Hey, my friends, how are you doing? Hey, I just finished up with some Zoom calls and thought I would get on here and talk about something that's kind of, quite frankly, has got me pissed off. And it's pretty disgusting what's going on. And yesterday I flew in from Atlanta. I went out there, I got my SOT shot. So in the next 6 to 18 months, I should be 100% free of Lyme disease. It is one of the only known cures for Lyme disease. So it's called SOT, and I'm feeling great. So for all of you that have sent me your love and your support, I really appreciate you. But here's what's pissing me off. I landed in Denver late last night, turned my phone on, and it literally just lit up. I mean, it just buzzed. I probably received 30 text messages. And so they all had a common theme. And they're all talking about one person, Uncle G, Grant Cardone, and his bullshit story he did yesterday about him filing bankruptcy. And it's got me really pissed off. And the reason why it's got me pissed off is because he's not paying his investors. So he's raised all of this money. He's pretending to be Bernie Madoff. And what I mean by that is he bought this $55 million jet, which he couldn't afford. He's buying multi-million-dollar homes that he can't afford. And what I say by he can't afford it is if he could afford the $55 million jet and the $500,000 sports car for his wife and all of this other shit, this $10 million condo that he says that he rents, which is true, he rents it from his LLC that owns it. If he could truly afford all of these toys, he should be paying his investors, but he's not. So here he is raising millions of dollars from people like you and I, our hard-earned money, flying around in his jet, and yet he's not paying us. And then he goes online and he makes this joke about him filing bankruptcy. I hope the feds fucking slaughter him. That's how upset I am about this. I hope they literally shut him down because this isn't right to go out there and do. He calls it, this morning he called it his April Fool's joke. Dude, it's not funny. And you guys know that I had a personal relationship with Grant and I separated myself from Grant because I saw the real man behind the man he's pretending to be. Same reason that some of the other people, I won't say their name, but I'm in business with them and I do a lot with them, and you can probably figure out who I'm talking about, that have millions of followers on Facebook and Instagram, and they also have been on stage with him and they won't associate with him either. It's because of shit like this that he's doing. He's not paying his investors. And then he makes a joke about he's filing bankruptcy. And it just infuriates me. Now look, you guys know that I have apartments too. I bought $33 million apartments I've bought $33 million worth of apartments over the last 18 months with my partner, Corey Peterson from Kahuna Wealth Builders. And with that, this month, we were supposed to pay our investors as well. And we are paying half of our investors. We have a very simple program. We pay 12% flat fee per year. 12% for between a $25,000 investment and a $500,000 investment. We pay 12%. If you go over $500,000, we pay 14% reinvestment plus note that we're going to file bankruptcy. And we're going to sell our jets and our planes and our Ferraris and all that nonsense? No. We simply sent out an email to our investors and said, hey, look, we've collected 93% of the rent. We don't know what's going to happen next month. We're doing good this month, but we don't know what's going to happen next month. So instead of issuing our 6% payment, which we do quarterly, we're going to pay out 3%. And the next month, we're going to do another 1.5. And the following month, we'll do another 1.5. So over the next 3 months, we're going to pay out our investors. So you're still going to get your money, but we're going to spread it out over 3 months because we don't know what's going on with this. And we want to hold that money in case something happens. Versus, hey guys, I ain't paying you squat. And by the way, I'm filing bankruptcy. I hope the feds freaking destroy him because this is bullshit that he's doing this to people. So if you follow Mr. Grant Cardone, send him a little message that said, dude, stop acting like a child. This is not the time to be such a dick online freaking people out. It's not the time. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. Grant Cardone, you're being a dick. Knock it off. So anyway, I didn't give anything to Grant Cardone. Not one single penny. Tell you why. I met with him on October 1st, 2018 at the Mandalay Bay where they had the shooting that night, that they had the Las Vegas shooting. I had left right before the shooting started. I was with Grant Cardone that night and Forbes Riley and Francesca and Elena, and I had left. The reason I didn't give Grant any money is I saw through his, what I call a Ponzi scheme. That's my opinion. I think it's a Ponzi scheme. I think you'll eventually see him on American Greed. He was letting people in without being accredited investors. This is a violation of the SEC laws. He was asking people to give money and never verified if they're accredited investors or not, or sophisticated. All he wanted to see is if you had any money in your bank account. That was his way to do it. So that scared me. And then when he rolled out his thing that he could keep your money indefinitely, never had to pay you back, you can't get it, you can't sue him, and all this other stuff he's got written in his contract, I was like, dude, I'm out. I ain't giving you anything. And so I went and partnered up with Corey Peterson through Kahuna, and we bought 3 apartment complexes since then, about $33 million. So I went with Kahuna. And now I'm one of the partners over there. So that's the answer to that question. How much did I give Grant? Big fat 0, because I don't trust Grant. So anyway, so here's the deal. Reach out to Mr. Cardone and say, dude, stop being such an asshole. Stop being a dick. And why don't you be a little more sensitive to people hurting right now? Stop shoving it in their face that you're flying around on a $55 million jet that you bought with other people's money that you're not giving back now. So anyway, dude, I don't care if I'm jeopardizing my relationship with Grant at all. Someone just said that. I don't care at this point. Here's why. If he's ripping people off and he's doing shit that I think is illegal, by the way, I think the SEC is going to slap him pretty hard for what he did. One, he doesn't care if I disappear. I mean, he screwed over one of his best friends, Brad Lee, one of my best friends, Brad. He totally screwed Brad over. They've been friends for years. Brad launched Grant. Brad wrote the scripts for Grant. Brad taught Grant how to sell over the phone. Brad did the first sales for Grant. And when Grant didn't have any money, guess who was there to help him out? Brad. Guess who's the first person to try to screw Brad over? Grant. You ever realize or ever wonder why Grant doesn't have anybody around him very long? Why all the people just seem to disappear? The only people that hang out with him are people like Ty Lopez. Makes you think. Makes you go, why are only the snakes hanging out with him? Just something to think about. Something to think about. So anyway, that's the end of my rant on that. So if you know him, reach out to him and say, man, that wasn't cool. That's not cool at all, man. It's not cool. So, hey, speaking of firing, he hired 60 people. He fired 60 people right away, which is bullshit. You know, he shouldn't have done that, but he did. But here's the thing. If any of you guys need a job, I'm hiring. Fortress is hiring. We've hired 22 people in the last 2 weeks. I'm going to hire 500 people by the end of the year. 500 people by the end of the year. If you're interested in helping people, I'm hiring for my financial services company, helping people with their finances, their debt, which is finances, right? Their taxes and their credit. So we're teaching people how to get out of debt. We're teaching people how to make more money. We're teaching people how to pay less taxes and how to increase your credit score. And I'm going to pay you to teach people how to do this. So if you're interested in working with me and Ed Milet and John Elway and A-Rod and Damon John, we're all founders of the Milet Management Group. We're all co-founders of that. If you're interested in learning about how you can join our team, work with us, be personally coached and mentored by us, by helping other people, make money by helping other people, go to my website, rondylambert.com/MMG for Milet Management Group. rondylambert.com. If someone could type that in there, I'll type it in here in a minute. rondylambert.com/MMG. I didn't plan on doing that, but you guys are talking about Grant firing people. I'm hiring, right? What's that said? Do you have to move to Vegas? No, you don't have to. You can live anywhere in the United States or Canada. Anywhere in the United States or Canada, you can work with the Milet Management Group and myself. Here's a couple qualifications. Pretty straightforward. Thank you. Thank you there, girl, for putting that in there. I appreciate it. Beautiful building, by the way, that you sent me a few minutes ago. If you guys don't check, if you don't follow Alpha Fina, it's AA, or it's A Alpha Lena. Awesome girl. An amazing shooter. So check her out. Anyway, rondylambert.com/MMG. Anywhere in the United States or Canada, work from home. No minimum quotas. You can work part-time. You can work full-time, but you cannot work in your spare time. It will not work. No one's ever been successful being in their spare time, but you can do it part-time. You can do it full-time. So if you got a job, you can do this in your part-time. Don't have a job, you can do it full-time. How much can you make? And you can make $1,200 a year. You can make $12 million a year. It depends on how big of a business that you want to build, how much effort you want to put into it. Ed Milet, this is $1 billion bet that he's betting on himself, and he's betting on me, and he's betting on A-Rod and John Elway and some of these other guys. Why I say $1 billion? Because he had a $25 million salary, retirement salary for the next 40 years. If he just retired and stayed out of the picture. $25 million a year. He said, I want more. I want to help more people. I'm getting bored. I want to go out. So he met with Tim Cook from Apple, Phil Knight from Nike, and they're like, man, you're crazy for taking the $25 million a year. You could make hundreds of millions a year and help other people. So he's all in. Stepped away from the $1 billion guaranteed salary to work with us. Someone says, do I know any loopholes on taxes? Man, I don't believe in loopholes. I believe in code, tax code, black and white. I stay in the black and white, right in the middle. Nothing illegal, nothing shady, black and white. I don't believe in loopholes. There are laws, and yes, I know lots of laws in order to pay less taxes. For example, I'm sitting here in my studio in Idaho, write off. This phone that I'm using, write off because it's through my business. That back there behind me, write off. The computer right in front of me, write off. Dog underneath me, write off. He's my service dog, licensed, registered service dog. His food, write off, vet, write off, all that stuff's write off. So no loopholes, only tax laws, tax code, right? What's the opportunity? MiletManagement.com/MMG. That's MiletManagement.com/MMG. If you go, what did I say? I'm sorry. RondyLambert.com. What the hell am I saying? RondyLambert.com/MMG. That's RondyLambert.com/MMG. MMG stands for MiletManagementGroup.com or group. So RondyLambert.com/MMG. Maybe I drank too much of these today. Can you guys see that I'm feeling freaking awesome? I got my SOT shot yesterday. I am feeling incredible. I really am. Who left the $1 billion salary? That would be Ed Milet. Had a salary guaranteed $25 million a year for the rest of his life. He's 48 years old. He expects to live for at least another 40, $25 million a year for the next 40, 50 years, for as long as he lives. As long as he stayed in retirement, he said, I want to come out of retirement. So he created what's called the Milet Management Group. I'm one of the co-founders, John Elway, A-Rod, Damon John, Marshall Falk, and a couple other people. So it's rondylambert.com/MMG if you guys are interested. That's just a simple landing page. I'll do a meeting on Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific. Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll explain all the details on that, answer all your questions, go over how you can get money, the average salary, or the average, not salary, but the average compensation plan, what people can make and all that stuff. I'm drinking this. I wasn't planning on riding my Peloton today because I wanted to kind of keep it easy. I just got home a few hours ago. I flew out to Atlanta, did my shot, come back, and I talked to someone about credit print and said if you have more than 3 late payments on an account, 19. Yeah, that's crazy. Cuban. So anyway, Cuban says, talk to somebody who's got 3 late payments on an account, like 19 late payments, you can't help get deleted. That's crazy. There's nothing on a credit report that can't be deleted. Go to fortresscreditpro.com, and sign up, or actually rondylambert.com for that matter, or just click on the link in my bio, and it'll take you right to the free consultation. There's nothing on a credit report that can't be removed. Nothing at all. Just like this shirt, I put it on, I can take it off. If I wear this shirt every single day, it'll eventually fall off, just like items like late payments. They'll eventually fall off after 7 years. But I can easily take it off anytime I want. When it gets dirty, I take it off. Same thing with credit reports. If you put it on a credit report, you can take it off a credit report. That simple. We don't sweep. Someone says we can sweep. We don't sweep. Sweeping is illegal, by the way. It's illegal, and you should never do a credit sweep because a credit sweep deletes everything. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. Hold on a second. Since you guys are asking me questions, I'm going to plug this in. My battery just shut her down, but since you're asking questions, I'm going to see if I can figure this out. Here, I'll just hold it. No credit sweeps. We don't do credit sweeps. Credit sweeps wipe everything out. It's very, very dangerous, very impactful on your credit score. I do not recommend it at all. Usually people who do credit sweeps charge your money up front, which, by the way, is a felony. Yeah, it's felony. I saw someone advertising on Instagram the other day. They're like, guaranteed sweep, guaranteed this, guaranteed that. And I mean, it's illegal. Okay. Credit sweeps, illegal. Charging up front, illegal. So don't pay someone who's willing to commit a felony over a little bit of money. Not worth it. 2020 Gino says, Apple denied me. I have an 831 FICO. Do you know why? I don't know why. I suspect they denied you because there's probably a fraud alert. There's something on your credit report. 85% of all business credit, 85% of all business credit applications are fraudulent. So there's probably something wrong. The address doesn't match. Your middle initial doesn't have the period behind it. Something little tiny tweak. I'd reach out to them, ask. They're going to tell you why. Credit scores do not guarantee you approval. Credit scores only guarantee that you can be denied. Think about that. Credit scores do not guarantee that you will be approved for a loan. They only guarantee you will be denied for a loan. There's other factors like income. If you got an 831 credit score and no job, no income, no one's going to give you a loan. You might get a credit card, but if you don't have any income, or if you have an 831 because your grandmother put you on her credit cards, not saying this, I'm just not saying this happened for you, but you got an 831 because someone put you on as an authorized user, you don't have any credit under your own name, they'll deny you for that. What's the lowest someone can contribute to a partner with you on real estate? $10,000. 10 grand on one of my deals. If you have less than that, I can help you get set up with a Roth IRA or a SEP IRA or a savings account or index universal life account. We'll put that money, once you get to 10 grand, we'll transfer that to real estate and we'll get you in a single family home at 10 grand. The apartment complexes, usually it's 50 grand. That's because we're limited to how many investors we can bring into an apartment complex. On the single family homes, we're not limited. Can you help me get a high limit credit cards? If you have a 800 credit score, I don't really help people get credit cards. I fix people's credit or increase credit scores. If you have 800, you should be able to get pretty much any credit card you want, but you can't own. They have what's called a 524 rule. 5 inquiries in 24 hours, that's a problem. If you have more than that, let me know. I can get rid of those. I can help you get rid of those inquiries. Okay. Do I run my own Instagram? Yes, so I run my own Instagram. My daughter also works with me, so she helps me with a lot of the messages because a lot of them are the same questions, like how many credit cards should I have? Where do I go to get my credit fixed? So basic questions like that, my daughter will answer them for me. If they're more advanced, like, hey, Rondi, how do I do this? And she doesn't know the answer, like, go to this website, then she'll leave them unread, and then I do that myself. So I do run my own page as well, answer all the questions that I can. But look, when you get hundreds of messages a day, you got to have help. Ed Milet gets about 5,000 messages a day. 5,000 messages a day. And he runs his own Instagram. He can't keep up. Can't keep up. Do I recommend anyone or service that makes authorized user on several? Oh, man. Here's the deal. I do have a friend who does authorized users. If you're getting ready to buy a house now, which I would not do, by the way, but if you're committed to buying a house right now and you got to have an authorized user and you want that 50 to 100 point boost, my friend Michael can help you with that. Michael Burrows. You can look him up on Facebook. You can find him under my friends list under Michael Burrows. I don't make any money. If you go and reach out to him, say Rondi sent me, I don't make anything from it. He can put you on as many credit cards as you want. He does charge for it. It does work. And I've sent lots of people to him. It only stays on there for 90 to 120 days just so you can get your mortgage. But other than that, there's no reason to do it short term. Instead, get a family member, a friend, a spouse, somebody, an employee to get on authorized users so it's long term, not just a short term thing. Where do you sign up to be a partner with me? That would be, if you want to be an affiliate for my credit repair, it would be rondilambert.com. You can click on the affiliate page. If you want to join as one of our partners in Milet Management, that would be rondilambert.com/MMG. So you could see what we have to offer and how you can join our company. You have to pass a background check. So unfortunately, if you have a felony, you can't get in. If you have a misdemeanor with money, you can't get in. It's just the way it is, man. You have to pass an exam. You have to become a licensed insurance agent where you live because we're dealing with money. You got to get licensed and bonded, insurance and all that stuff. So I think you can understand if you trust someone with money, you need to make sure that they can be trustworthy, right? So pretty easy, though, to pass the test. You go on, it's like going to Netflix. You log into xcel.com. You watch a 2-minute video, you take a test. Watch a 3-minute video, take a test. Watch a 5-minute video, take a test. It's really that simple. Pass the background check, go into the state, pay them their $50 or whatever it is for your state. California needs 60%. So as long as you can get a D, you can pass the test. Give an example of how easy this is. I went in without doing any studying at all. I got a 66% on my test without ever opening a book or watching any video. It's not rocket science. Some states, Nevada, you have to have an 80%. So if you're in Nevada, you got to study a little bit. California, 60% and you're in. Cuban says about credit. Yeah, credit repair. Just go to rondilambert.com. Go to my website or just click on my bio. There's a link in there. I'll take you right to the credit repair side. So start flip houses. Cool. What's the fastest way to pay off a house? That's a great question. I love it. Fastest way to pay off a house. That could be a smart ass, say win the lottery, right? Marry someone, but I know what you're saying. I'm not going to be that way. The fastest way, so I have a program that teaches you how to take a 30-year mortgage, cram it down to 7 to 10 years by using a line of credit or credit cards. So and this is a 6-hour course, by the way, so I'm going to try to sum it up in 60 seconds. You borrow money from one bank to pay down your mortgage, and then you pay the other bank back with your paycheck the following week. And then you use that money from the other credit card. So you're basically borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. You pay Peter back with Paul's money, and you just keep rotating from credit card to credit card to credit card, and you're doing this every 3 to 4 weeks, and you pay zero interest along the way or very little interest. Again, this is a 6-hour course. It's very complicated to get your mind wrapped around. Like, why would you borrow money from a credit card at 30% to pay off a mortgage at 3%? And then how do I pay off the credit card? Well, it's pretty simple. You put every single bill of yours that you can on a credit card. You pay off your credit card every month with your paycheck. And then you take that cash advance and you pay down your mortgage by $2,000, $3,000, which could take 2 years off of your mortgage. And you continuously do this month after month. And 7 to 10 years later, your mortgage is paid off. It's a pretty cool thing. I've done this on my Ferrari. I took my Ferrari loan. It was a 12-year loan. I have 1 year left, and I've only had the Ferrari now 2 years? Yeah, I've had the Ferrari for 2 years. It'll be paid off next year. It was a 12-year loan, and that's all I did. I'm using a credit card, my American Express, doing that. So my course, I'm re-recording it, so I'm not actually selling it right now. But anyway, great question. At what age can you add a credit card? Your child to a credit card? I don't know, 12 years old, 12 months old. I put my grandson on my credit cards at, I think, 4 years old. 4 or 5, somewhere in there. As long as they have a social security number, they can go on the card. My grandson doesn't have access to my credit cards, by the way. He's just on my credit cards. Okay. And then what's happening is they're reporting every single month on his credit report. So it looks like he's got credit cards that have been open for 10 years and the dude's 8 years old, right? Okay. Somebody says, yeah, 2020 Gene, yes. So when my course becomes available, I literally planned on recording it right now. And COVID hit, which our credit repair business is exploding yesterday. So I've been in business now since 2007, 12 and a half years. Yesterday was our number one day in almost 13 years. Yesterday. So with COVID-19, people are going crazy with signing up, going crazy in a good way because the banks are closed, credit bureaus are closed. Fair Credit Report Act says they still have 30 days. They didn't amend that, giving them more than 30 days to respond to a dispute letter. And so we're just slamming the credit bureaus right now and getting really good deletions for our clients. And so people are signing up because it's a great time to get credit fixed and great time to buy a house. Someone asked here, podcasts. You can find me on iTunes under School of Wealth. So I have 2 podcasts, one from years ago called Credit Repair Radio. Most of that's still accurate, Credit Repair Radio. There's over 2,000 episodes. I did a daily radio show on Salem for 7 years. So 2,000 episodes called Credit Repair Radio. The new one's called School of Wealth. Go to Google, type in School of Wealth or type in Ronnie Lambert. You can find it. It's pretty easy to find me on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, all that stuff. Again, RonnieLambert.com for the Ed Milet financial services opportunity if you're interested in that. Like I said, I've hired over 20 people in the last 2 weeks. We're going to hire 500 by the end of the year. RonnieLambert.com/MMG. So, somebody, Ashley, you just said it's amazing. You said, wow, it's awesome that you're doing so well. I've struggled with that a little bit. And Julio, I'll answer your question in a minute. Because 72% of businesses that are closed for more than 30 days will not reopen. And unfortunately, the SBA's already run out of money. There's going to be a lot of businesses that don't reopen. And I started thinking about that. And it got me not depressed. I was upset. I was anxious and I was sad for the people that put their life into their business, their life savings, all this hard work, and thinking they're not going to reopen, all because of this bullshit story that this flu is going to kill millions of people. And now it's not even killing enough people to keep the hospitals open. So now they're just making up numbers like what New York did yesterday. Look at New York Times. They claimed 3,700 people who just died of natural causes, by the way. They died of COVID. Have they been tested for COVID? No. What would they die of? I don't know, but let's call it COVID because we don't have enough numbers. Also, look at it. No one's died from the flu recently. No one's died from the pneumonia. We have 500,000 Americans die every single year from pneumonia. No one has recently died from pneumonia. Why? Because their code name all is COVID. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a real thing. I'm saying it got blown way out of proportion and they're running with it. These businesses aren't going to reopen because they're not getting the money. Why aren't they getting the money? Because bullshit fucking people like Nancy Pelosi that are blocking it and Schumer that are blocking another $250 billion to go to business owners. Because they're playing fucking politics bullshit right now. Now you got me going. All because they want to play politics, so they're fucking with us, business owners, and you, the employees, because the business owners, this is not money to go into my bank account so I can buy a freaking jet like Grant Cardone. This is money that is used for payroll. It's called the Payroll Protection Program, not the Rondi needs to go buy a new Ferrari program. It's so I can pay my employees. And Nancy Pelosi and her bullshit cronies are blocking it so we can't get the money. And I'm saying me, but I mean you, if you're a business owner. They're playing this stupid game right now. Anyway, you suck me in. So, if you don't want to be in that position, so somebody, back to the thing, I've been feeling pretty bad about people, and then I realized I'm going to be able to help more people. I'm going to be there for people that lost their business, that are going to lose their house, they're going to lose their cars, they're going to lose their credit cards, they're going to lose their retirement income, 50% drop, right? They're going to lose their children's education funds. I'm going to be there for you guys. Here's how I'm going to do it. One, I went in business with Ed Milet to help people learn about their money, to get money off the Wall Street banksters into accounts where you can actually get a good return without paying all the fees. Two, saving people from sharks and snakes, in my opinion, like Grant Cardone. Three, I'm going to fix your credit absolutely free. If you can't afford it, I'll fix it for free. Do you hear that? I will fix your credit for free. There's no strings attached. I will fix it for free. Not if you're a victim of COVID. Everybody's a victim of COVID. Every single person in America is going to be a victim of COVID. Everybody. It doesn't matter. So I started feeling bad because my company's doing great by helping people fix their credit. But you know what? It's going to help me help more people like you. And I'm going to do it for free. So if you're on right now and you need credit repair and you're worried about paying for it, go to my website, fortresscreditpro.com. That's the company website, fortresscreditpro.com/free credit repair. I did not plan this. This is just something I want to do. The website's up because we've been doing it for people that reached out that just can't afford it. You know, after we look at their finances and they're like, man, you can't afford to pay us. We're going to do it for free. I haven't really been public. Yeah, I've talked about it a little bit. But look, fortresscreditpro.com/free credit repair. You go there, sign up, no strings attached. Now, do you have to have credit monitoring service? Yes. Sorry, hold on a second. Do you have to have credit monitoring service? Yes. If you broke your leg or you think you broke your leg and you went to the hospital, would they want an x-ray? Yeah. The credit monitoring services are x-ray. If you want us to fix your credit for free, you got to sign up with my monitoring service, Credit Mojo. Why? Because it syncs with our credit repair software. So that way, I don't have to pay thousands of dollars or hundreds in your case. On average, I pay $700, or rather, it costs me $700 for every credit repair file I bring in salaries, pensions, life insurance, benefits, electricity, internet. It's about $700 per person that hires me. If I use the monitoring service, Credit Mojo, it limits how much it costs me. So if you want me to fix your credit, you have to sign up with my monitoring service. Plain and simple. Because it APIs in with my software. So it makes it so I can afford it. So that is fortresscreditpro.com/free credit repair. fortresscreditpro.com/free credit repair. Someone just asked, you signed up last month for the VIP paid service. Can you switch? Yes, you can. But here's the thing. The paid program, because I'm paying $700 almost immediately when you hire me, the paid program, thank you, Alpha Fina, for posting that in there. The paid program is 12 to 18 months to fix your credit. The free program is going to take about 12 to 8. I'm sorry. Man, this bang is kicking in. The paid program is 12 to 18 weeks for me to fix your credit. So I have one of my affiliates on here, Albert Preciado, great mortgage broker. If you're in the California area, reach out to Albert Preciado and his team. They'll take good care of you. If you speak Spanish, they have a whole Albert's Spanish himself. So they're going to take great care of you. Albert Preciado. If you need a mortgage, refinance, whatever, Albert will take care of you. He sends people to me. 90% of the time they can buy. He sends someone to me with 400 credit score. 90% of the time I can send it back to him. They qualify for a mortgage in 6 months or less. 12 to 18 weeks. 15%, 3 months or less. 50% of the time, I said 15, but I meant 50. 50% of the time, 3 months or less, we take you from a 400 to a 680, qualify for a mortgage. Free credit repair, it's going to be 12 to 18 months. Why? Because I'm doing it for free, man. I can't afford to pay $700 to my staff for certified letters, to LinkedIn. Why would you ask? Why would I say LinkedIn? Well, here's why. I was talking to someone this morning. Capital One reported her late, April 11th. She has a receipt that she paid her credit card off in full on April 4th. 7 days later, they reported her 30 days late. She has proof her credit card was paid in full via bank transfer. 7 days later, they reported her late. Do you think I'm going to go out and send out a bunch of silly dispute letters saying I was not late? No, I was not. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to pay LinkedIn $10 to reach out to the CEO or whoever's in charge at Capital One. And I'm going to say, look, you guys screwed up. I got proof. The account was paid off in full. 7 days later, reported late. So we can do this the easy way, which is you just delete the late payment. Or we go to court and it's going to cost you a whole bunch of money. The choice is yours. So we use LinkedIn for that type of disputing. We don't do it on every single client because we don't have to. But I can't afford to do that if you got 30 collections, $10 an email. That's a lot of money, right? What's that, $300 right there? So if you're doing it for free, or I'm doing it for free, I can't do it. So anyway, Bradley is always dropping bombs. Brad's a cool dude, man. Brad's a cool dude. That's cool that he hired Jonathan Hawkins. Brad, no, I won't even go to. I already did my Grant Cardone rant. I won't do it again. All right, look. It is 7 o'clock where I'm at. I need to do my second workout for my 75 hard, which I'm on day 25 of my 30-day challenge, phase 1. It'll be over on Tuesday. I'm going to have me a nice glass of wine on Wednesday, by the way. Nice glass of wine and steak, because I think the steakhouses are going to be open here in Idaho next week. If not, I got a freezer full. But anyway, I got to go do my second workout. I'm feeling pumped. I'm going to go do me a Peloton workout. Anyway, someone just asked a question. Are the credit bureaus even responding right now? No, they're not responding. And guess what we're getting? We're getting deletions. That's why we had so many people hire us yesterday. Best day in 13 years. Our best day in 13 years was yesterday. So proud of my team. They're doing freaking awesome through all this shit. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. If you need free credit repair, go to rondylambert.com/free credit repair. If you want it fixed in the next 12 to 18 months, rondylambert.com. Click on the bio there. Thanks for all the love. Appreciate it. If you want to own your own insurance agency, financial services company, you want to help people get their credit fixed, get their debt straightened out, get their finances right, invest, get their credit, all that stuff, and you want to learn how you can help people do this and make money doing it, rondylambert.com/MMG. That's rondylambert.com/MMG. Milet Management Group is what MMG stands for. Ed Milet and I are partners on this. rondylambert.com/MMG. Someone asked how much weight I've lost. I've lost 40 so far. I got another 10 to go. I'm about 18% body fat. I want to get down to 12. So right now I'm sitting around 222 pounds. I want to get down about 210, somewhere in there, 205. I don't know. Not really. The weight doesn't matter. I just want to get around about 12% body fat. So anyway, appreciate you guys. See you later.